My name is Igor Ray, and I use he, him pronouns, also the gay she. I am a medium brown skinned South Asian man with curly hair and gold facial piercings, a mustache, and I'm wearing a blue shirt. And my background is an image of the ocean. So I will be reading a short piece from a story I'm writing called Mommy for a collection I'm writing where every story is called Mommy. So this is one of those. The fortune teller on Lake Street called herself Mommy. She worked in a small room above an Indian grocery store that required all of her clients to walk through to find her. Past the sweet counter with its trays of diamond-cut barfis wrapped in silver foil, past the bootleg movie station where some uncle was still employed, hawking burnt DVDs in the streaming era. Even though there was a woo-woo store just across the street, this made sense to Ricky. He was comforted by the stacked bags of rice and the scent of cumin and anise that lingered and perfumed the air. It roused his appetite. And he'd take comfort. He'd barely slept in the last 2 weeks, dragging his body from gig to gig, this perpetual putt-putt of capitalism, only punctuated by the occasional night swim, where he'd drip off his bike and into the lake's silky arms. Ricky was a mess, but he refused to believe that the presences were simply a function of his exhaustion. The presences, those multicolored orbs of light with desires and personalities, had become stronger and disruptive as the summer progressed. Ricky had cut out sugar, upped his SSRI, downed cans of tuna like a feral cat, in hopes that this was just his body screaming for some protein and attention. But the presences remained, hovering around his head and sometimes passing through him, washing Ricky with a spray of wants and needs that were foreign but felt in his body like they belonged to him. And one specifically, a blue orb that consistently shifted in its size and saturation, felt known. It felt like his father. Who better to help me figure out my daddy issues than a mommy, Ricky thought, as he sat on a low burgundy sofa that sunk under his weight. There were 3 presences waiting with him now, and as one edged closer, Ricky closed his eyes until it moved into him, and all he could see was verdant, unceasing green. Stop, she drawled, engaging them. The demand, cat-like, stretched out in front of Ricky, and he opened his eyes to see Mommy, a big woman holding a joint. Plumes of smoke circled her, moving like blood in water. She was huge, both proportionally and energetically, a rhythmic light pulsing from within her. She looked like love, her golden brown skin snug in batik printed fabric with strings of beads hanging from her neck and wrapping her wrist. You deny your own agency when you engage them, Mommy said softly, offering the joint to Ricky. I grow the weed, roses, and mugwort myself on the roof. This will help us do the work that we need to do today. Ricky took a long puff and let his nervous system marinate in the sweet smoke. Mommy sat in a chair across from him, and triangles of sunlight painted her face, and the tattoo of a moth spread across her chest. It was golden hour, and all of the crystals, books, and jars of herbs lining the room bloomed in a soft orange radiance. So tell me, how did you kill your father? Thank you.